Motor Racing Network and our 2014 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series team previews. I'm Tony Rizzuti, joined by Dustin Long of MRN.com. Stewart-Haas Racing. Dustin, I mean, where do we start with these guys? Obviously, a ton of talent under one roof, but a lot of attitudes, a lot of egos. People on the media tour were asking, can this team survive or will they implode?
You know, I think they'll be fine. And I know that Tony Stewart talked about on the media tour just about how they're all alpha personalities, but that'll help them get along and help them better understand each other and help them work together. So I really think that's a blown-up story that I think that there's not much to that. Yeah, there's going to be frustration at times during the season, but that's just normal for any athlete. So I don't see that as something that's going to pull apart Stewart-Haas Racing or anything like that this season.
I think there's so many personalities. Let's go a little bit more in-depth with this team, and let's start with Tony Stewart, the Stewart in Stewart-Haas. Coming off that horrible injury that he had in the sprint car race, what's your feeling as far? He says he feels like he'll be close to 100% when he gets to Daytona, but will we see the smoke of old after such a tough rehab?
Well, certainly the challenge is he's missed 15 races, last 15 races of last season. It may take a little bit time to get readjusted, certainly, and also with some of these changes with the rules for this season. But, you know, yeah, I think you're going to see the old smoke back at some point. And, you know, maybe it'll be in the Daytona 500. Wouldn't it be something if this is the year, after all the years of trying to win that race, that this is the year Tony Stewart wins the Daytona 500 in his first race coming back from an injury? It's almost too good to be true that it's almost like, in a way, I almost half expect that to happen this month.
Let's talk about the other regular there. Danica Patrick showed some improvement throughout the year. Is this a make or break year for her?
It's only a make or break years if the sponsors, deciding what they're going to do. As long as she's got sponsorship, she's got a ride, and obviously she needs to show improvement and have some success. Certainly she'll have Tony Gibson back. It's another year with the crew chief there, and I think that'll only help. And getting more experience at these tracks, going back to these tracks a second and third time, I think you should see some steady improvement. If she's putting together the performances that she did throughout last season, this season, then I think you start raising a few more questions.
Okay, two newcomers to the team. We'll start alphabetically. We'll start with Kurt Busch. What do you expect for him at Stewart-Haas? Remember, this was Gene Haas's call, not Tony's.
You know, I think for Kurt Busch, it doesn't matter whose call it is. He's back with a quality organization or a championship caliber type of organization. Now, the thing I think you have to be careful about is because the expectation is, okay, Kurt's with this team. He should just run well automatically. But remember, this is a team that was put together late last season. They had to put together a lot of different people. He's got a crew chief in Daniel Canast, who was an engineer on Ryan Newman's team. This is his first year as a crew chief. So there's a lot of things that have got to come together. Certainly on one sense you think, hey, Kurt Busch, championship contender. But I think that, we'll see how all these changes come together because they put together this team late. I think Kurt's really going to need to be a leader and really kind of be the force of that organization, of that team, and it'll be interesting to see what happens.
The final addition, the guy that I personally think will have the most success over there, Kevin Harvick. I mean, this guy, since coming over, has been fast in every single test. He looks like he has that confidence built back in. He's raring to go. What do you think of Harvick in 2014?
Yeah, Kevin Harvick is a really interesting case because he's with an established team. He's working with Rodney Childers as the crew chief, who came over from Michael Waltrip Racing. Rodney Childers has certainly been lauded by a lot of people in the garage for what he did, especially at MWR, with working with multiple drivers and having a lot of success and nearly getting that 55 car in the owner's chase a while back with multiple drivers. So I think that combination could be a really good one, and I'll be honest, that's a team that I'm looking at as truly a championship contender with the way the new chase format works. I think it kind of plays into Kevin Harvick's style a little bit. I know Jimmy Johnson's going to be a guy to watch, but I would not discount Kevin Harvick for this championship, even with his first year. I mean, look at what Matt Kenseth did in his first year at Joe Gibbs Racing, working with Jason Ratcliffe. First year Kevin Harvick at a new organization, Stewart-Haas, and working with Rodney Childers. Hey, maybe Kevin Harvick and Rodney Childers are the Matt Kenseth and Jason Ratcliffe of 2014.
Yeah, so many storylines going into this year, and I think Stewart-Haas is going to be one of those teams that we talk about a lot. For more in-depth on Stewart-Haas Racing and all of the 2014 Sprint Cup Series teams, keep it right here at MRN.com and join our conversation in real time on Twitter at MRN Radio as our handle. Use the hashtag AskMRN.